friend of mine sent me a really cool quote that I do try to live by daily. Nothing's ever perfect, but I am more cognizant of this phrase or this reminder about choosing people who choose you. And how you do that is you choose people who actually choose you. You you want to get into an energy where people are actually inquiring about you. They check in. They ask about you. They either text you, they phone you, or they make a conscious effort to be around your presence. Meet for drinks, meet out for lunch, meet out for a walk. These are the people that want to be around you. And so because of those gestures, they're choosing you. Also, they inquire about you. They inquire about your health. They inquire about the things that are important to you, like your family, your job. They take an active participating role in your life. And they see you. They recognize you. They recognize your accomplishments, big or small. And they show you off. I always try to show off my friends. When I'm around people, I like to introduce them and show them off and show their accomplishments to other people outside of our relationships. Another thing about people choosing people that choose you, they let you be who you are. Even if they don't agree with everything down the line, as far as, politics or anything like that, they still let you be you and can accept you for who you are. Even if there are things that, you may not be in alignment with. At the end of the day, you're with them because they're good for your soul. They make you feel good. They're good for your nervous system. You don't feel any dread, or you're waiting for them to say something that's going to cut you down. That kind of energy. Those are the people I try to stay away from. That toxic type of energy. I don't even want to have anything to do with personally. And you know who these people are. And if you feel that you have to be on guard all the time around people like that, they're not for you. They're rather toxic. So if you're always feeling like you're nervous around these people, or there's just something unsettling, even if you're meeting them in a group setting, or you're with them because you're always waiting for them to say something that's going to be a dig or a backhanded compliment, these are not people good for your nervous system. They actually make you feel funny. They make you feel not yourself. You can't breathe and relax around them, because if you say something, or you can't be vulnerable around them, because they have a way of using that against you. They weaponize your vulnerabilities, and you know this. And these are the people you really need to stay clear of. The other thing about choosing people is you don't feel like you have to perform. You can just be yourself. You don't have to worry about them feeling some kind of way about you if you say something that they may or may not be in alignment with. They're just, you just feel like you have to perform or be on guard. And that's another thing that, that can get really toxic over time. And that leads right into your mental health. If you feel like they're really making you depressed or anxious, they're probably not good for you. I mean, some of this stuff sounds like common sense, but when you're in it, it's very insidious. You don't even realize it, because a lot of people hang on to relationships because they've been in it for so long. They'll use that as a justification to stay in relationships. Well, I've known them for 20 years, 30 years, or, my family, my parents knew them, and so you hang in there because of longevity. And that's not a good thing to do. You don't hang on to relationships just because you've been in these toxic relationships for so long that you feel like you owe some kind of obligation to hang in for another 20 years. Those are the worst. Those are the worst, and they're the most insidious because you've been in it for so long. You feel that you owe more time into something that's very toxic, and that's not good. Cut it off. Just sever it. Because, life is very short. It really is, especially as you get older. I'm getting older now. I am really more covetous of my time. I don't want to waste any time with anybody that's going to make me feel some kind of way in the long term. To me, it's just not worth it. It really isn't. You also want to be around people that want to see you win. And that goes to the other point of how they celebrate you. They celebrate your accomplishments. They celebrate your wins. They're not, hidden jealousy, or there's no hidden jealousy. There's no hidden agenda. They actually want to see you win. Like, I sent one of my videos to a close group of friends because it went viral. No one said anything positive. Not one. And you know what I did? I cut them off at the knees. That was it, because to me, that tells me, whatever, even if they didn't agree with it, whatever I said in that video, if you can't celebrate my wins, then that means to me, you're not really for me. And so what am I doing here? You know what I mean? What am I doing around people that can't celebrate you? So you just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I do. I'll let it go. If they can't celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are, these aren't people for you. Because in a way, it's a control thing. And that leads to the last point. Don't allow people to control you. Don't allow them to manipulate, to slick talk their way into making you feel some way about your accomplishments or how you live your life and what you value and your value system. Again, release these people out of your life. They're just not, you can be superficially nice to them. You can, on the surface level, you can be, nice. But don't give people access. Not everybody deserves access to your energy, to your presence, to your life. Because not everybody's for you. You really have to pick your friends. And you don't pick them based on religion. You don't pick them based on race. You don't pick them based on the fact that they're the same gender as you. None of that at the end of the day makes any difference, because you don't have any control of your race. Not really. You don't even have any control of your gender, really, which is a hot topic these days, but down the line. But that's my value system. And there are going to be people that are not going to agree with that. But that's okay, because I release you too. Stand on your principles. Stand on what you believe. And be very choosy about who you allow into your life, because not everything is for everybody. So pick your tribe. Pick the people that are going to celebrate you, value you, that are really concerned about your life, that asks about you, that see you and recognize you. And if they're not doing any of those things, or they make you feel some kind of way, you feel anxious around them, you feel they're not good for your mental health, you feel drained after you spend a certain amount of time with them, that's when you know. Listen to your body. Your body tells you a lot. Those feelings and those emotions are there for a reason. And people need to pay attention to those emotions and tune into your body when it's aching or headachy or drained. That's your body telling you, you know what? This person may not be for you. After all these years of being around them, they may not be for you. And so you do what you have to do. Just let people go. And let people that value you in. And you'll have a more rewarding and satisfying life.